So even though most of the reviews I do on this channel are about movies from long, long ago, from time to time I'll catch something contemporary. And if it's a good film, because I try to keep my reviews pretty positive, I'd like to make mention of it. And that was the case yesterday. Last night I streamed the film Sully, which was a 2016 drama, suspenseful airplane movie based on real-life events that told the story of Captain Sully Sullenberger, as played by Tom Hanks, and how he basically made the decision to land a disabled commercial airline airplane into the Hudson River, and in doing so, saved the lives of 155 passengers on board. I thought it was a really good story. It was convincing, it was realistic. It was directed by Clint Eastwood, and he really pays a close attention to detail. I mean, it really did feel convincing, like you were watching the actual events faithfully recreated on the screen. Tom Hanks co-stars with Aaron Eckhart of Dark Knight fame, with his complete face here, of course. And Aaron Eckhart has this cool Magnum P.I mustache in the film as well. I thought that was noteworthy. So the film faithfully retells the story of how the two of them were piloting a plane out of New York. I think it was with United Airlines or something. And as they are leaving New York, they hit a flock of birds, and a couple of them get sucked into the engines. So right at takeoff, they start losing power. And with these engines disabled, Captain Sully had to make a decision on the spot of what to do. So because he didn't think they could get to a landing strip or an airport, he decides to bring down the plane into the Hudson River. And then the film goes into a great job, I thought, depicting not only the details of the crash. Now, yes, there was a little bit of a janky CGI airplane effect from time to time, but as far as the actual practical effects of the airplane in the water, people getting out through the emergency exits, standing on the wings, I thought it did a great job. And then it did a nice job showing the professionalism of the rescue workers of New York City and how they just got right to work. They stepped in. They got like a rescue boat, a ferry boat to get the people off the plane. And it was really cool that when all was said and done, all 155 passengers had survived. So again, Clint Eastwood really did a great job paying attention to the detail. You really feel like you're on that plane. You really feel like you're a part of that crash. And I like the genuine interaction of the pilots. Their dialogue and their banter felt real. The noises, the beeps, the dings, all the sounds you hear on the plane felt very realistic and convincing. So the plot, as you follow the film, it kind of weaves from current day as Captain Sully is still sort of, living with the repercussions of what has happened and his newfound hero status. And it kind of jumps back into the past to kind of relive the events of the crash. And then it kind of leads into a modern day investigation that's taking place to see if Captain Sully actually made the right decision. So he has to go before this board that has generated information from computers showing that, well, maybe he could have turned the plane somewhere else and landed it. And he has to basically validate his decision. Why did he feel like that was the right decision, that instead of pushing for a landing somewhere, he decided to make that safe crash landing into the Hudson River? So follow that. I'm not going to give any spoilers. You know my system, but it's pretty cool. I enjoyed this film. And I think Tom Hanks did a really good, convincing job playing this character, living through and surviving this decision he made. And the film asks, will he get through this investigation, or is he going to lose his ability to be a pilot and lose his pension and so on? So it's a good film. It was PG-13, a little bit of potty talk, and there were some scary crash sequences. So, little kids, it might be a little intense. But there really wasn't anything gory. There wasn't any adult content. It was just a good film. And I think it's a decent one to watch. Probably not one to watch, though, right before you're going to take a trip. So, yeah, if you don't have a flight planned anywhere in the near future, check this one out.